And when I say UCC Yange, I believe that it is you saying UCC Yange, because now I'm also saying it as a consumer of communication services. But I believe also the operators are saying UCC Yange. I believe that the consumers are also saying UCC Yange, because we are here to serve you as we commemorate 25 years of service. That is briefly what we've been up to in the last 10 days. Allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to open the program officially with welcome remarks from the LC5 chairperson, Mr. Charles Maxwell Mugude. And as the representation of the LC5 chairperson comes in front, would like to thank the district leadership for the hospitality, for supporting us, for planning with us, for working with us at all the different engagements. You're welcome, Madam.
Thank you. Let me say good morning to everybody. I'm taking the privilege to thank you for coming and for the work you are doing as UCC. I would like to take the honor to acknowledge the presence of our Mama, Honorable Rebecca Alitwala Kadaga. Mama, thank you for coming. Thank you for always sparing time for your area. We are grateful for that. I'm taking this opportunity to thank the Ugandan government for improving the communication services. Because as I look at UCC, it's a government body, I guess, or understand that way. If I try to refer way back, as I've been growing up, communication has been really a challenge in our area. It has been very, very challenging. Letter writing, for some of you who are within maybe my ages and above, I think we did a lot of letter writing, announcing deaths. We could really use the motto of, I think, the bicycles and also just on foot. And now it's like that is being improved, and it has made communication very easy. Still understand so many workshops have been launched, have been carried out to sensitize the members on proper usage of the advancement of our communication services, I mean. And all this, I'm attributing it to the government, actually. And I feel as we do the regulating work of the communication service, we need to give more guide to the communities. Just as I said, it is good. We are happy. We've had advancement in the communication. Everything is a bit easy, but then there are still some challenges, like the misuse of this. We are using the televisions, the telephones, and all those ones, but somehow, sometimes, and many times, you realize that there is the misuse of all these services. I only pray that we continue with the work of guiding the users of these services, we the users. Sometimes moral decay is out of this. As children get access to pornographic literature, let me say that, we end up realizing decay in their morals, and that isn't proper. We only need to improve, because as we talk of pornographic literature written, it can be in a book and it will change the mind of this user. So we still need, though, just as I'm saying, we are glad, we are grateful for everything, the negative bits need to be looked into and make improvement where we are able to. I'm winding up by thanking those who make better use of these services. For those who do not just use them to mislead, to torture others, like on phones, this is the common scenario. On the phones, there is a lot of theft there, obufere. It is a lot. They will call on you. Hello, are you so? And you're like, yes. And then somehow you've won this and this, and you're like, but how? What have I participated in? So if you really want free things, they end up conning you of what you have actually. So just as you said earlier that lines are registered, there are those ones that are not registered. Because sometimes you try calling back on these lines and they're not on, and that still stands to be a challenge to the work you people are doing. But I said we are grateful for the services, for all that you are doing to make our communication services better. Once again, I welcome you in Kamuli, and I'm saying feel at home. I'm winding up like this, saying our chairman is joining us very soon, because there are several activities, but it's a way of our sitting here, and he's joining us just as I said. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for coming. A good day.
Thank you very much for those remarks and for reinforcing our message and the objectives of why we are at this 13th Consumer Parliament. UCC is under the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance. Unfortunately, the representation from the ministry has not yet arrived. So for purposes of moving the program, allow me to welcome the Executive Director, UCC, to officially invite you to this 13th Communications Consumer Parliament. You're welcome, Engineer Irene.
Thank you, Rebecca. The Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga, the leaders of local government, members of parliament, my colleagues from government, the different sister agency, my chairperson and board members and colleagues from Uganda Communications Commission, our regulated entities, the providers, the consumers, the students, the stakeholders, the media partners, and of course, our speaker, Kodeo. At least I'm learning. Allow me to start by thanking the local leadership and the people of Busoga region for the hospitality you have shown to the entire team in the last 10 days that we have been here. You welcomed us in the area, not just the UCC team, but the entire sector that we came with. It is indeed an honor for us that we are here today in Kamuli, but it has been, in fact, much appreciated that you have hosted us and allowed us to engage with the people, to engage with you, and to hear you. As Uganda Communications Commission, we took on the responsibility. So one of the services that government seeks to ensure that its people enjoy is communication services. And these services have grown from merely being the days when it was just call a friend, write a letter to a pen pal, and the like. Today, everything is running over the digital services. We have mobile money, we have classes done online, we have health services facilitated electronically. You're able to enjoy a lot of services thanks to communications. So as Uganda Communications Commission, we were tasked to ensure these services reach everybody. We were tasked to ensure they are being provided well. Government does not provide them solely. We do it through service providers. And we want to hear from the people and understand. So this Consumer Parliament and its week-long activities of the 10 days helps us to come out and hear from the public, hear from the citizens, and understand what do you want? What are the challenges that you're having? We also have a responsibility. Honorable Kadaga will tell you, as government, we have to be accountable to you. This is a responsibility we have to you. So this gives us again that opportunity to come and be accountable to you on what we have done, what we are doing, what we are planning to do. And yes, I invite you, hold us accountable. Not just UCC, we come with our sister agencies, as has been already introduced. We seek to make sure that the consumer demands their rights. Today, communication is a human right across the world, not just in Uganda. So we want to make sure that we come and you demand your rights, but to demand your rights, you need to be informed. So that is why the different agencies have taken the time to come out and explain to the people, to help you understand what is it when they say IFRIS, why are you now being told a tax receipt, give your PIN number? How does your data get protected? Is your data safe? Everybody says, you know, how are these people that are getting our numbers? This is the opportunity for us to explain to you, to answer the concerns you have, and also share with you how you can help us to protect you. As Uganda Communications Commission, we are there to promote the interests of consumers. And we do this by ensuring fair competition, at the same time delivering on national objectives. We are aware, as Uganda, we seek the middle income status, and that prosperity will only be achieved if every individual is empowered. ICTs have been identified as one of those tools that can be used to empower. Our the chairperson of the LC5 has shared in terms of abuse. When we misuse all this, technology is a double-edged sword. It is a powerful tool that can help you do so much. It can help you access information. It can help us remove some of the divides that we have in society. It should not be about, are you in Kampala, are you in Kamuli, are you in Iganga? It should not be about, are you a woman, are you a man, are you young, are you old, what's your income level? Communication is for all of us. It can empower all of us. But for that, we need to use it responsibly. So when you see all this buffet, it's because they are exploiting it. They are abusing the power of technology. So we need to also help you understand, how do you protect yourself? Today we are saying the young must go online. How do we ensure that when they're online, they are not accessing wrong content, or they are not putting out content about themselves that will tomorrow haunt them for something they did when they were in school, put out a dangerous picture of themselves or wrote a comment that was irresponsible, and then the next day they go. I've had cases of someone who came to UCC, you've been online, your conduct is showing you do not have respect for people, but you want to be employed. And I have to trust you that you have changed, but there's already that evidence against you. So we need to empower our society to use these tools responsibly so that they benefit as individuals, we benefit the societies, and we also benefit this country. As Uganda Communications Commission, our vision is an inclusive digital economy. So when Rebecca was talking about us wanting to make sure that even persons with disabilities are empowered, you see my sister signing there, because we want to be inclusive. We have to move all of us together as a country. But as Uganda Communications Commission, we cannot do it alone. That's why our sister agencies are here, but we need you as consumers to help us. We cannot be across the country in every place, so we depend on you. We want to hear your feedback. We want to hear what is it that pains you, what do you want us to plan for, so that we can go back and plan better to address that. We can hold the service providers accountable where they are not doing what they are supposed to do, but that will only be facilitated by your feedback. So I encourage you, please reach out to us. My colleagues are going to share our contacts. We have a toll-free number. That means when you call that number, you're not charged for the call. UCC pays. So please feel free to use all these contacts. We're on social media, we have email, to contact us and give us your feedback. We want to hear from you so that we can serve you better, so that the operators can serve you better, so that the government of Uganda can serve you better. For God and my country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Engineer Irene, for those remarks. We have been in Busoga sub-region for the last 10 days, and we have a brief video that's going to play to give you an outlook on what we've been up to for the last 10 days. And immediately after that video, we shall have a presentation from the Uganda Communications Commission. And this is essentially to account for what we have done between the last parliament and this parliament, to show you that the information we gather and the feedback we get, we are actually going ahead to action it. From the control at the back, kindly play the video now.
The reason we're here is to distribute last mile communication devices to ensure that all the other work that we've been doing in terms of laying infrastructure, putting up of the masts, ensuring we have connectivity, we make sure that the ordinary Ugandan has the device that enables them to connect to this big infrastructure. The lives of our peoples are improved through ensuring that they can access markets, they can get information on how to trade their products and produce. The reason we're here is to distribute last mile communication devices to ensure that all the other work that we've been doing in terms of laying infrastructure, putting up of the masts, ensuring we have connectivity, we make sure that the ordinary Ugandan has the device that enables them to connect to this big infrastructure. The lives of our peoples are improved through ensuring that they can access markets, they can get information on how to trade their products and produce, to ensure they can get education services, ways of improving their farming methods.
Nina essanyu lingi nnyo kuba sirina na benyiza kubyexpressinga era nga neebaza ekitongole kya UCC olw'okutuwa amasimu gano bigenda kunnyambako nnyo mu kukola emirimu gyange. Ndi mukyala mukozi wa bizinensi n'okusomesezaako abaana baffe kuba abasinga ly'essuubi lye tubadde tulina nti abaana balina kusomera ku masimu.
The enthusiasm is so high They have not seen something like this in quite some time. They feel now they're being leveled with the rest of the country, and they're very appreciative of the government intervention and the regulatory part of it, the UCC intervention part of it, and the entire team that is here.
This community, as they were receiving these gadgets, they were also receiving a training. They were taken through on how to use the gadget. They were taken through on how to do everything that is possible in the household.
In the long run, this we shall be giving to all our rural communities that are not easily able to access communication services for the betterment, for the development of our country, so that we all live to see a better Uganda.
Welcome back. That was supposed to be the highlights of the 10 days we have spent in Busoga sub-region. However, the video that was played was for another program under our Universal Access Fund, that is Uganda Communications Universal Service and Access Fund. I know people were wondering because the areas are not in Busoga sub-region, and it can cause apprehension, and someone thinks, where were the funds given out? But this is another program that seeks to extend last mile devices to the poorest communities or the least income, low income communities in those districts. And we seek to see it's like a proof of concept that indeed when people get access to basic ICT services and then connectivity to the internet, that they can then progress from that low income status to middle income status through the advantages or the opportunities that come through access to ICTs. So you shall get information about that program, and I believe at one point we have coverage of areas in Busoga sub-region which are also under this program and shall be reached. Allow me to proceed with the program at this point. We are going into a presentation from Uganda Communications Commission, essentially to be accountable from the 12th Parliament to the 13th Parliament. We want to share with you what we have done with the information we gathered in the Arua sub-region where we were for the 12th Parliament, and to show you how we've actioned some of the issues that were picked up there. And from that point, then we shall move into the Parliament itself. At this juncture, let me welcome Julius Mboizi, our Manager of Consumer Affairs, to make the presentation. You're welcome, Julius.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Julius Mboizi. I work with the Uganda Communications Commission as Manager, Consumer Affairs. My role here today is basically to provide accountability and updates on what UCC has done between the last Consumer Parliament, CCP 12, to date. So I'll go straight into the presentation, moderator. So this slide basically talks about our mandate under the Communications Act. Section 5 of the Communications Act mandates UCC to protect the interests of communication users and operators. And how do we do this? We do this by improving confidence in the use of ICTs through provision of safeguards and information. And that's across 3 areas mainly. Number 1, advocacy, or building understanding of risks and rights and responsibilities in the use of ICTs. Number 2, we promote compliance and redress through things like complaint handling and investigations. And finally, and importantly, something that came out strongly in CCP 12 through partnerships and stakeholder engagement. So this is about the concept of the CCP that my colleagues have already addressed. I won't spend much time on it, except to say that previously the CCP was conducted mainly in the central region, but since then we conduct this across the various parts of the country, and that's why this year we are in Busoga sub-region. So, to the updates are across 10 major areas. As you can see, there are research, analytics, monitoring, access, compliance, design, security and verification, and collaboration. Next slide, please. Yeah, so in terms of research, between CCP 12 and today, the Commission, together with some of our partners, have conducted a number of studies. At this point, I would point out one of our consumer advocacy partners, the IPA, Innovation for Poverty Action. We conducted a joint study with them on digital financial services, and this study looked at the behavior of consumers when it comes to use of digital financial services, the complaints that they have, and how to address them. And this study is going to inform regulatory interventions. In the period under review, we also enhanced our analytical capacity in analyzing the complaints information that we receive to extract insights and guide our interventions. And we launched an online consumer portal which is interactive. Consumers can complain there. We can receive feedback from consumers, but we also use it to disseminate information to consumers. We conducted, please, previous slide, please. We conducted a number of consumer awareness campaigns to educate and sensitize consumers on issues of fraud, issues of misinformation. I'm sure you've heard of the Tomfera, the Simu Clear, as have been stated. In terms of actual activities, in the one-year period since CCP 12, we have conducted 26 field engagements across the country to sensitize consumers. We also continued monitoring and compliance of SIM card KYC. We had an audit, and we had a number of surveys with the different operators to ensure that they're offering their services as required by the law. As a result of that, we've had 14 follow-up engagements with the operators. Next slide. In terms of complaints and inquiries, we managed to hit a target of 90% of complaints and inquiries made to the Commission resolved within 2 working days. We also have multiple channels through which consumers can reach us. So you can reach us physically at our various offices around the country. You can email, you can call, you can reach us through social media. So there are multiple access points. We also continue to get feedback from the complaints we receive, from our stakeholder engagement and analysis of trends. We simplified the design and content of our complaint forms, so we're making it easier for consumers to reach the Commission and to have their complaints addressed. We collaborated with government agencies like the Bank of Uganda, PDPO, and several others, URA, civil society, operators, and academia to sensitize the public So we are doing this jointly. In terms of security, as a regulator, we mandated stronger verification processes for SIM swap and purchase, and this is aimed at tackling fraudulent swapping of SIM cards. Further, we have developed and are currently in the process of implementing more stringent controls on mobile money. This is together with the Bank of Uganda and in line with the RICA regulations that were recently passed. In terms of advisories we issued advisories on WhatsApp scams, PIN reset scams, SIM registration scams, 197 and operator and regulator impersonation. And so, as a way forward, what we have, the insights that we have managed to glean from the information we have is that there's a need to build stronger consumer organizations to help us scale our operations and receive some of this feedback from the public. But also, there's a need to reduce the information gap between operators and consumers. You find the industry has all the information about these products and services, but sometimes, and the terms and conditions, but sometimes the consumers do not know what their rights are, do not know what their responsibilities are. And so there's a need to bridge that gap. And this really is a collaborative effort, it's a joint effort. We all have a role to play, whether it is government, whether it's a regulator, operators, and the consumers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Julius, for that statement of accountability. It reassures us that this is not in vain, that the information we get, the feedback we get is actually put into consideration and informs our actions as we continue to serve the consumers of communication services in Uganda. Ladies and gentlemen, the Parliament is going to start. The Parliament, I will hand over to our Honourable Speaker. But before I hand over, I will just give a brief run-through on how it's going to move. We shall have 4 presentations from 4 special interest groups. Why we give these presentations at the beginning of the Parliament is to allow their specific and peculiar needs to be amplified, because as consumers, we all have issues. But then there are those groups that have issues behind the issues, which have to be given special consideration, so that as we respond to the issues raised, their issues are given priority and precedence and are not lost in the crowd of issues that the rest of us have. We're going to have 4 special interest group presentations. We're going to have 1 from the persons with disabilities, which shall be made by Mr. Mugote Godfrey. We shall have a presentation from the Association of Boda Borders, which shall be made by Mr. Nansawe Godfrey Steele. We shall have a presentation from the Association of Fishermen, which shall be made by Mr. Chitamirike. And last but not least, we shall have a presentation by Ginger College, who were the winners of the Youth ICT Challenge. At the end of those presentations, we shall have a presentation from the operators, which shall this year round be made by Airtel Uganda. And then the plenary, or the public and the audience, shall be invited to join the conversation, which will be moderated by the speaker, whom I will be on standby to support in any way. Mr. Speaker, you're welcome.
Thank you so much for the warm. I've not yet been introduced, but I'm Right Honorable Timothy Chivunike Kadaga, and I'm honored to be your speaker today. I first want to welcome all of you to this session. And today, this is the first sitting of the first session of the 13th UCC Communications Consumer Parliament. And we are going to adopt rules of procedure. I'll briefly read them to us. These rules of procedure shall guide our entire session so that we do not err, or I do not chase you out of this beautiful parliament. We are adopting these rules of procedure in cognizance with the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, as amended, 1995, and also the UCC Act number 1 of 2013, and also following the rules of procedure of Parliament of Uganda. I call this House to order, and the rules of procedure, briefly. 1, participants shall be referred to as members. 2, all members shall submit, and all their submissions shall be fair and factual as possible. So we do not need to use hearsay, ole yankoba. So we shall need to be factual. Then members must be polite and must not use insulting language towards fellow members, because today you're honorable members. All submissions shall be made through the moderator, who shall be referred to as Mr. Speaker. Yes. So if you call me any other, I will not take your point. Members may ask questions and address those questions. Those questions shall be addressed to you at the end. Then members in the plenary shall be given not more than 2 minutes to make their submissions. Not more than 2 minutes. A member willing to make a submission shall indicate so by raising their hand. Then the Speaker shall reserve the power to call a member to order. So these are the rules of procedure that shall govern our session. And I want to welcome you all to this session. And I just need to let you know that the Uganda Communication Commission is a body that's established by the Uganda Communications Act number 1 of 2013 under Section 4. And today's Consumer Parliament is following Section 5, subsection 1, paragraph K, which is in fulfillment of their functions. And their functions is to the effect that they should promote, safeguard the interests of consumers and operators as regards to the quality of communications, series, and equipment. And you need to know that consumers in the chain of communication are the most important. So today, this day, and this session is yours to air out your resolutions, which are taken up so that we can improve not only the communication in Eastern Uganda, but in Uganda. So your contribution is vital. And just to let you know how the chain is, we have 4 people in this chain. We have the consumer, who is the most important because you pay for every service you get. Then the next person is a service provider. The ones you're seeing here, MTN, Airtel, Leica, who are here broadcasting. Then we have the regulators, which is Uganda Communication Commission. Then you have the government, which brings up the policies. So whatever you're going to speak today will reach up to the government to make policies that are favorable for you as a consumer. So I really welcome you all to this session. And before I proceed, I just really want to recognize a few people who of course, you wouldn't notice, apart from the Right Honorable and the big people seated in front. I want to recognize also the students from the Law Development Center who traveled here with me today. Please, you can stand up. We have Melissa Cheng, Elias Rabtundu, and Muhindo Asimwe Edgar. Yes, those people discuss the laws. So thank you so much, and today we shall dwell into our presentation, and the first presentation shall be from the persons of special interest group. Your presentation shall be strictly 5 minutes. Yes.
Hold it for me. Yeah, good morning, everyone. Let me take this opportunity to welcome you all to this 13th Consumer Parliament in Kamuli at Youth Center. The presenter tonight, as you have been told before, is Mugote Godfrey, a teacher, holder of MH in special needs education and inclusive ICT specialist. Just as you can see that PowerPoint presentation, I'm sorry, I'm not going to use my PC because it will distract you because it talks. And many of us are not acclimatized to such suggestions. However, to the presentation. This presentation, as you can see on the topic there, is basically under the purpose of looking out to the challenges affecting persons with disabilities in accessing ICT services and the possible intervention measures to enhance usage of ICT services. Now, when you talk about ICT, what does it entail? Consists of technical means of acquisition, storage, processing, transmission and dissemination of information in various forms. For example, textual, voice, data, graphics, and videos. Of course, this information is not Mugote's information, but from scholars like Palmer of 2012 and Aid and the English of 2013. Mr. Speaker, when you look at ICT, big role in bringing about change within the communities. And when we look at communities, even persons with disabilities are involved. What do I mean? Persons with visual challenges through speech and text, speech to text mode of technology or software can hear and understand what other people who are sighted are reading visually. And so are those with hearing impairment. Our brothers and sisters who are unable to hear but can see, therefore can access information through written texts, through mobile phone, cell phones, and other media. And can participate in whatever goes on within their communities, education institutions, and other forums. So this implies that the potential of ICT cannot be underestimated when it comes to bringing about independent living among persons with disabilities. So this implies that when you give me all the necessary support as a person with a visual impairment, then definitely I am able to communicate with you, you're able to communicate with me, even if I'm not able to visualize what is written in print. Just as you can see my presentation. That one, it's me myself who did it. I request no one to do that for me. Another challenge, when you look at, although this is really imperative, ICT is imperative in bringing about socio-economic transformation, there are a number of challenges that are encountered by persons with disabilities. First of all, these challenges range from social to physical accessibility. Here, what do I mean to say? When you look at our telecenters, I don't want to mention because there are very many here, they lack accessibility features. These include ramps, handrails, and software screen readers that can enable free and easy movement, enable access to information that is not in accessible formats, for example, Braille, audio, and others. Then also look at, I'm moving fast, we also look at another problem that as people with disabilities really encounter is when we come to our brothers and sisters who are deaf or who are visually impaired, they encounter communication challenges when they appear at these telecenters for accessing services. And this communication difficulty is because there are no sign language interpretation services. So this creates a gap between these people, the client, and the possible operators. And so as a result, they end up communicating in a written mode so that their issues are put across. So when you come to TVs, a number of companies advertise, but these advertisements are not signed. And so even the news telecasts are not signed. Hence, making people with hearing impairment miss out these crucial aspects in community, which can maybe aid them to get employment and also participate in the local market. Then, the high cost of computer and cell phone screen readers are seen as an excluding factor into the digital world. What do I mean to say? According to UN, 2013, in its economic index, persons with disabilities were ranked among the poorest of the poor. So if I am really poor, I'm able to acquire a screen reader like Jaws, which is worth 3.8 million per CD. Definitely I cannot. And thus makes me deprived from accessing information as you desired. Incompatibility of websites to screen readers that aid the blind persons and other disabled persons to access information in the right formats appear to be a discriminating factor or excluding factor of persons with disabilities to access information. What do I say here? Mr. Speaker, you find that our websites have graphics, tables, of course, which Jaws, when you look at my computer here, it talks. So, when it interacts with such images or such graphics, it takes it to be an image, and therefore it will be less silent for a while. And if at all you're not skilled enough, you may think either the screen reader has been disabled or it has been corrupted by a virus. So here also, I employ government to look into this so that something can be done for this group of people. Anyway, if Uganda is to attain her goal of equitable ICT accessibility. Being an interface fraction for being voluntary, the implementation of interface discourses is difficult to implement, being in the hands of the private sector. And therefore, if at all a regulatory process is made towards this effect, by bringing in or by ensuring that these websites match or go hand in hand with the screen readers, definitely persons with disabilities, persons who are deaf-blind, persons who are blind will definitely access detailed information and therefore will be able to match with the day-to-day trends in the world and the country at large. Mr. Speaker, screen readers, we as screen readers have problems to follow presented content when there are no appropriate text tags on graphics, links, forms, or tables. Just as I've said before, when these things are not properly customized, definitely I'm hindered to access information. Then also we look at the calculated forms of buttons, links, which are too small, hinder persons with disabilities whose fingers are either too small or not available to be able to navigate the keyboard in order to reach out to reach. Therefore, it's an imperative mode, if at all, keyboards that are compatible to this group of people are brought, or even importing pointers that such a person can use to select in his or her information and be able to go on. Let me look at the interventions. Having looked at the challenges, let us look at the intervention measures. So if Uganda is to attain her goal of equitable ICT for persons with disabilities, there is need for the removal of all forms of barriers that push out persons with disabilities from accessing and utilizing ICT facilities, like in public places like cafes, telecenters, training centers, so that these people too are able to move on. Then there's need for center staff at the operation centers to be trained in elemental sign language, where sign language interpretation services cannot be available. Then the staff there should be trained, at least in elemental sign language, to know that this is good morning, what do you want, what's your problem, so that even this person is able to do it, to respond, and together they will come up with an amicable solution for everyone to achieve more, as team states. Then also, there is need for a fund to be set up to subsidize on this high cost of softwares. You look at a person with a cerebral palsy, whose upper limbs are weak and who trembles throughout. She requires a speech-to-text or text-to-speech software, so that he or she can just talk to a computer and the computer will write whatever he or she is saying and a message will be sent. So if a fund in such an area is put there, then it means all persons will move together, as we say, together for all inclusion. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me end here. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation. I think the technical team has the report, Uganda Communication Commission shall also respond to your presentation later on. We shall have our next presentation from the Boda team. Most welcome, sir.
Our guest of honor, UCC Yange, our speaker of the 13th Communication Consumer Parliament, members in this parliament, and the people in the gallery. I'm Nansawe Godfrey, Chairman Boda Kamuli District. Together with my colleagues, allow me to introduce them to you briefly. I have Mr. Chintu Tone, is our spokesperson, Kamuli Municipality, Boda Association. We have Mr. Yanguya Joshua, is the Secretary, Southern Division. We have Mtenderwa Faizo, is our Traffic Warden, Kamuli Municipality. Have Mr. Kakuku John, is the Secretary General of Boda Kamuli District. Boda in Kamuli District was founded by late Mawerere, who was a businessman traveling from Kamuli to Busia, and later he was joined by Rukumi, Chivombo, and Masavu. By now, in Kamuli District, we have 22 fully registered associations with 3,617 members in 228 stages. We thank Uganda Communications Commission for giving us the opportunity to air out our views. We as Bodas, we use telephones, we listen to radios, and watch TV, but we face many challenges. One, poor network signal. In urban areas, networks are okay, but when you go deep in rural areas, there is no way to networks and signals. Then two, limited access and involvement in government sensitization programs, for example, road safety and health sensitization program. We are not given a chance on radios or TV to sensitize our fellow members to know about road safety and health. Then, this is, how can I state, conmen. We have a challenge of conmen, and let me call them Connie pastors, or fraudsters. Which word is good? Fraudsters. We are conned a lot, but those con men are using telephones, radios, and TV. They give them programs to con people. That is a big challenge we are facing as Bodas. Ate our education is poor, batutwala mangu batutunza ebyaife byagolola. Especially in Busoga here, we have a radio. I will not mention it because I don't have money for lawyers. Ayere yabitawo eri kuba pastor abafere yabaako abayiga abafere buli ssaawa aye babawa radio bayogerera okwo okutulyako esente dhaife. Then insecurity stroke intimidation as Boda when we transport those journalists. Twena batukubirayo tuli innocent olikola kasente aye bakukubirayo. So challenge yona tugifuna nga tutwaira abantu abasaka amawulire bamena kamera daiwe nife pipiki daife badi kubireyo twavayo n'ebiwundo tulinka embudiva kwibaduma. Challenge eyindi high rates for pay TV monthly panange muntu wakasabula tiko wasula twetaaga twena okubona kwebyo kubanga n'olwisi bitusomesa. Some programs that are aired on the TV are not good for the public, especially the adult content related programs. Barange basenga batuli bubi. Bata kusenga ku TV musana mukulu obwana bwaife buli kubona ya sensule ebigambo byona. Bano banaife ba musician, they are dancing naked on TV. Bakina amakina bewembula. Then gana amasimu gali kusindikibwa kuba nange bire bitasoboka mu culture yaife ya Busoga. Aye nga ate n'abaana baliga wembula kubanga mwako bamutya abesifo n'abandi basomere ku masimu ogo. Aye eri yebiddaku ebikyamu omuntu yekuba ebifaananye private parts de dona yadiraga bwe biri ni bwe bikola. Aye nga ali kubisindika ku mikutu abantu gye bali kubona. So yo challenge tuligifuna abaana baife bali kudankana tulidaaga nga ba boda kusomesa kabiri emikutu giri kwonoona baana kubalaga bintu bindi bye bakaali okutuukana nabyo. Those things are private. Era Katonda yabiterekanga bibeeyo. Aye lwaki muyikiriza imwe ab'emikutu bintu ebyo nibidanga openly. SIM card disconnection without a warning from service provider. Twena tulimu abali kunibu mobile money. Aye basalaku abantu sente daiwe dilioko bewola loan. Aye tibaba warninga ku millions of money dilioko abe million imeka. Aye tibaba warninga naku bendo ditolaku tibili kusoboka. High prices of phone, especially gas smart. Kyovanze banange ndi ku mapesa. Aye ninze chairman wa Boda mu Kamuli district. Tisobola kugula smart. Menkola 10. Natola emitwalo 8. Aye banange omulembe gundese because of high prices. Ndiye no ku mapesa yendagira kubanga byensobola byena kitundu na mukaga. So this is our request. All way forward as Boda industry. We need for a sensitization and awareness for the Boda community. Tuwulira kweya mbu government bajiwa sawa 3 buli mwezi bajja bayogera ku radio. Twenanga aba Boda industry mama oli wano niwo tulwanirira. Twena batuweku airtime yali free ku radio ni ku TV. tusobola okusensitizinga ku bana ife betukulembera waira titwidino tusobola okujja oba ne trafiki o si trafiki twasobola okusensitizinga ku bana ife bona bawulirisa ati buli lwakusatu abakulembeze ba boda babaako ku KBS oba ku Sebo oba ku NTV oba wa so bona bawulirisa babona bakulembeze bayibwe bakolaki bagano ife bwetutaidye ino tufunayo abali tekiniko ife twaja twabaawo twawengeye emitwe aye nga bana ife bali kusoma. Reduce on the monthly FZD ku Go TV na kina kibanange mukendeze tusobola okubona ebintu ebyo kubanga birungi era bitusomesa. Any mature content should be broadcasted during the hours of the night. Wakiri kuva saawa 7 paka mwendo ogw'obwire aye bananga omusana omukulu essaawa dikaali abaana bakaali awo mukasera kano katwanirize senga nansage oba kojja nansage megaabo nabwayasaaga ebigambo muki mu baana tuli kubasaba bibenge eyo tobaana bakoze batya bawumwire ku bana ife bene ma radio na kina TV waire business yaimwaye mugitambuze bulungi mutagikozesa kwonoona iwanga naddala busoga yaife kubanga ife ebyo tukontana nabyo. A policy that stops broadcasting of traditional healers should be put in place. Tituli kiragira aye tuli kusaba bwa busabe banange nze mbona muno ba doctors bali muno bakola amadwaliro gaibwe aye tibawulira kungaberanga ku radio nize Dr. Nansawe banaba health era nze nsobola okulongoosa endoka kale buli gandoka idano aye lwaki muyikiriza ba traditional doctors okukola advert ku radio atenga bafwere bufwere buli era nga ku radio ezira kyawonya bali kuiba abana Uganda bali kuiba abasoga ayenga mubawaire bayogera ku radio kwa advert diriyo kwoba akawulira ku kalango katonoka batawo kole Nansage omuyigo we kagulu atambulira ku ngo betuma amaina maina okutiisa abantu ayenga bali kukoninga bwaki bw'abantu tulina ba pastors banange munsoni abali muno aye banayimwa abandi ba pastor bafwere bali kufwerewaza abantu ku radio zikuno kwene niduzi bali bakafera driver for local government ali one example given bamweta mwami waiswa avuga lole yaife aye bamufwerewaza bamukoba taako omutwalo 1200 ekyava muti bamuninia ale nimpegano taako emitwalo 15 ale nifukamira tusabe olijja kufuna emiliyoni 10 londa amabala 2 ayenga aidienga pastor bamufwera bali bamukomya mitwalo 35 ayenga alisabanga ye mukazi yako ati butini tikakuwa abo bafere nekyamuwonya musaada twamuvuga ku pichi yaja yalambala eriyo bana ifwe abasiraamu abakoba nti bagaba sente daki okuzira magoba nse nawulira nga maamo yakoba ati abantu abo bakaali kutuuka aye bali ku radio bali koba ife tugabe sente abenda okwewola taku mitwalo 15 tukuwe miliyoni kodi 10 ojo okozese igemweno example ample aye baba hostinga kuki ku radio zyago so tuli kubasaba abantu abo bandikomye okutuuka ku radio kubanga omuyiga woni atiyeranga ababweyo yatandika akola buyiga bwe meni ole yamukobera ati bwe najewa Nansawe naye amponi erino n'abandi ayo okweranga oko banange kutusinie waire yu radios ni TV mufuna mu sente aye kairifu ba consumer eno tuli kukosebwa ino mubo mufuna sente bwe muzimba kalina aye muzimba muifwe beba koninga.
You should be concluding
Reduce on price of phones space alago genko byeku owe bakendeza tomana ze nandi sobola ogula ku naira ku mulemba ye gwande ka bya WhatsApp TV ni bonkoloti ati ndi ku mapesa. UCC should heavily penalize any telecom, radio or TV that goes against consumers' right. Bana tubasaba mutukanga ivulire kwa abantu abo. Baida bankoninga nga bakozeisa MTN network oba Airtel network. Ayenga esimu lye bali kukozesa n'olwisi tiriri registered aye balikiriza lya bakumpe okukoninga nze. Bwemba kubira ku service center amagezi ge bampa banko bati jja ku police oyigulewo omusango bwenja ku police okuyigula omusango ninko banti munabe basooka nakunkoba ati ayo oli muddagalavu kuba ovuga boda oli musiru omuntu gw'otaidi yakutwala ku esente aye the way abantu abo gye batutandikamu akukubira isimu yataaku n'obwembe obuliikoba welcome to MTN service center bwaida ng'oyagala okuwulira mu Luganda nyiga 2 waniga tukwaniriza ssebo oye tukulaba gwe nansawe Godfrey wama bakuzaala kananage gye wadipostinzeeko emitwalo 5 ate n'okolako transaction emitwalo 2 naye tulina bye tukyusakyusaamu wano mu service zaffe kati kwatiriramu tukuleetere omukugu ssebo tukwaniriza nnyo ng'atandika kakati tulina bye tukyusaamu oyagala okusigaza pini namba yeyo oba oyagala tukuwa endala nze ndikwenda eyo yeene oyagala eyo yennyini kati nyiga 9 nyiga 7 nyiga 5 kati teekamu pini yeyo gy'oyagala tugikonfaminge wano obeere ng'ogikozesa naye togiwaako muntu mulala iwe oluniga tesente donadona dikola ki aye beene mikutu egyo tubalipotingira batukoba tujje ku police era bakoba ati awo wazira buyambi obwo budagalavu bwo. Thank you for listening. I remain in answer Godfrey, the chairman of Boda Kamuli district.
Thank you so much. For the next presenters, we shall be limited to only 5 minutes, please. And let's limit the long. Let's focus on English also. Use more of English than, because we have so many people who want to get everything. So the next presenter, 5 minutes, the representative of the fishermen.
Speaker, our chief guest, Mama Honorable Rebecca Kadaga, Uganda Communications Commission, and all the different people represented in this house, I am humbled to be here. My name is Charles Chamirike, and I work with fishermen. We are having an association of fishers in Kagumba sub-county, and we were asked to give some information on how we are left out in ICT. We're aware that fisheries contributes, is number 2 in bringing in export or foreign earnings in the country. But we have the challenge of being left out. We use ICT in a number of ways as fishermen. We use the mobile phone to call people who buy our products. And if you went into my phone, you'll see customer wemputa, customer wengege, customer wasemutundu enkalu, such kind of things. But we also use mobile money to receive money, to avoid cash. And we also use sometimes some applications either on phone or Google to access information. The hardships the fishermen and the fishing community face when doing fishing, or the barriers to ICT, is because most fishermen have basic mobile handsets, katochi. The mobile networks, especially in the far water bodies, if you're on Lake Victoria or if you're on Lake Choga, you may notice the access, the good networks, which all these providers give us. If you are crossing from Chiga to Wansolo on Lake Kwanya, there is completely no network. If you are coming this side of Amolata, Amarapio, there is no network in all those areas, and this is just on Lake Chog. My colleagues have also mentioned on the issue of the price of mobile data, and if we have to adopt to ICT, we need to use data and good phones, but it's difficult to have all the data you need. The language barrier, most of the applications that talk about fishing and fisheries as a value chain, they are in English, and we can, with our low education, it is sometimes hard to understand everything. When you go to most of the fishing villages, we don't have electricity, and some of the provision is like television may not be useful to us. We miss out on that. And the radio stations do not provide fisherman-friendly information. Virtually, we don't have any airtime on that. And then it is the same case with the televisions and the other medias. And of course, the low education of most fishermen. We are not highly educated. And sometimes when either authorities want us to provide information, we are hesitant. We think every information details we give may attribute to increasing the taxes, and that denies us from over-opening up. Apparently, we as fishermen, together with in our Federation of Fishermen, Fisheries Federation of Uganda, with support from GIZ, we have developed an application which is called Above the App, and this contains most of the information that fishermen, fish traders, and all those people in the fishing value chain need to be able to access. The most critical one, which is so good to government, is the e-registration. As per the current regulation of fishing, which was just published, no one can go to the lake or to any water body to fish without a registered boat or without a fishing license. We can now have this done through our Above the mobile app. We can register our boats, we can get a license, we can get market information, we can get database of the popular traders, and we also mobile money app, mobile money payments. Then what ICT can do is also to popularize some platforms, digital platforms like the GISSI, and this is a digital platform which can support to link the fishermen from these water bodies to other bigger institutions or other. We make a network of fishermen and fish dealers, and this one is also promoting a sustainable way of fishing, and it works to ensure that the strategic development goals are achieved through fishing. Some of the information that we can obtain or we can have is a database of different fish business value chain actors. We also have partnerships with international institutions like FAO, and it promotes what we can call fair trade. If you have been to other countries trading, you may know a person called Logasira who promotes Rwenzori coffee in this country, in London. But on the packet of his coffee, it shows shows that this coffee is grown from the alluvial soils of Mountain Rwenzori by the farmers, hand-picked, but the profits from this packet go back to support those who are involved in this production. And they use this money to support the education of their children. That kind of information is highly treasured by the high-end consumers, and it elevates his coffee much more than we do. The challenge we have been having as fishermen, if you go to Lake Choga, we mainly do bambala, this salted fish, especially Lake Kwanya and those 5 districts of Lango sub-region. But this fish is exported from Uganda, taken to Congo, and then the Congolese repackage it, and they say the fish comes from DRC Congo. And we miss out. Then the information that we are talking of, like the GSSI seafood map, can also promote what we call a barcode, and that can help traceability, to know where the fish came from, to know which type of fish and all that.
Mr. Presenter?
Yes.
I think you're really out of time. We would get to your conclusion.
My conclusion is,
Yes.
we thank all the key actors, government, GIZ, Minister of Fisheries, and the Uganda Communications Commission for inviting the fishermen, and we believe some of our views will be used to improve on bring closer the fishing community into ICT. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Your presentation will be forwarded to the operators. The last presentation, which we shall have in 2 minutes, is from the students. The student representative, in 2 minutes, please. So you'll be brief, and your presentation will be forwarded to the operators. Thank you.
Hello everyone. My name is Ray Okoed, a Form 4 student of Jinja College, and I hope everyone is doing fine. I would like to say that I'm very delighted to be here today, and I want to thank all the organizers for this remarkable opportunity. Honestly, I am humbled, so once again, thank you. Without wasting any more time, let's dig right into our discussion. The question that I would like to pose to you today is, have you ever been scammed? But before I can go there, I would like to define what scamming is. Scamming is the act of taking advantage of people's ignorance in order to rob them of their money. And now that we know what scamming truly means, let's get into the statistical evidence of this vice. Interpol indicates that 14.4 billion shillings has been lost in more than 200 cases of, let's get the next slide. Next slide, please. Next. Yes. Interpol indicates that 14.4 billion shillings has been lost in more than 200 cases of international and economic crimes, of which bank fraud, issuance of fake visas, and online business fraud is among. Now, the money that is in question here is not just any small amount of money. This is a huge amount of money that could be life-changing for the many underprivileged Ugandans, especially in this biting economic crisis. Moving on, allow me to show you statistics that represent the intensity of scamming in our country. Slide. Yes. The statistics that you see before you are categorized in terms of the age, number of follow-up reports so far made, and the amount that has so far been lost to scamming. The money scammed from the youth from ages 18 to 35 is smaller compared to that of the elders, and this is because of one, the youth in our country have little experience in the business field, unlike the elders. Obviously, we know that many of the youth take much of their time in education, and so the money that is come from them is quite little compared to that of the elders. Now, two, though the elders may be more business-wise, many of them are still unaware of the technologies used by scammers, unlike the youth who have the technological exposure due to generation gap. Now, whether the money being scammed is little or not, it doesn't matter. What matters is we stop this vice before we all go bankrupt and go into intense starvation. Allow me end my saying by a statement that says, let's be smart, be safe, and avoid threats of scams.
Good afternoon to everyone. My name is Mwilo Bailon, a student of Jinja College Senior 4. I will be taking you through the forms which these scammers use to get money from our users. Script kidding. Script kidding is a way these unprofessional hackers are able to access your screens. They will be able to see you log into your accounts, send money to a friend or family. This can allow them to note down your passwords, your user details and emails and everything. Complicated user interfaces. Some interfaces are designed in a way that our users get confused when they are using them. This can give opportunity to scammers as they pretend that they would like to help you log into your account or create an account. Doing so, they will know your password, how to log into your account and have your pins. Misleading ads and links. Day to day, as people enjoy the beauties of the internet, they come across pop-up ads and links. These ads tell them you have won money from a certain company, you've won a new phone, and everyone would like a new phone. Thereby, by clicking on these ads or links, they are directed to fake websites. These websites will require you to log into your account, maybe bank account, mobile money, or anything. When you log into this, they will store your login details on their servers, and they'll be able to access them for later when they need to enter your accounts. Unknown callers. As the previous speaker talked about them, these people call you using sweet voices and tell you they work for this company. They'll tell you you've won a car, money, or phones, and other gifts they may offer. They'll tell you to enter a code into your phone. This code can either link your mobile money to theirs so that they withdraw money whenever they feel like, or they can send money from your phone to theirs whenever they want. I'll end by saying, be safe and be aware. Thank you.
My name is Mongotimo Brian from Jinja College. I'm going to take you through the solutions to the forms of scamming. Now, the first solution is by reducing the amount of details displayed on the user screen. Now, this can be done by use of QR codes. Our account details and information can be encrypted in these QR codes, so this can allow you to easily share them to the people whom you want, and hence keeping you safe from scamming. Now, the second solution is by designing websites which are simple, which have a simple user interface. Now, users will not get confused as they use these programs, since they'll be confident in what they are doing and they'll actually use the websites and applications very well, and they won't share their information and data to wrong people. Thirdly, by designing e-payment softwares and websites without ads. These ads actually tend to lie us, and for example, they can pop up and you may see that, you may find it telling you that you've won a phone, a computer, a laptop, something of a sort. Now, what you can do, you should actually stop, you shouldn't open those ads. And if the programmer has designed these softwares and the website without these ads, it won't mislead us, and hence keeping us safe from online scamming. and hence making also the internet safer for using in Busoga region and Uganda at large. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Isare James, a student of Ginger College, Senior 5, and I'm here to give you the precautions to take while using the internet. Well, the internet has become one of the most prestigious things in our country, from education to medication and other relevant services. But as we use the internet, there are other things that can happen. Well, while on the internet, we tend to get links from these sites. And as users, I'd like to precaution you that please do not click on these unknown links. These links tend to take us to websites that can enable these hackers store our data by logging in. Once you log in, they keep your information for later purposes, and hence they can access your privacy, your account details anytime they want. Avoid sharing personal information in social media groups or any other online platforms. We tend to share our personal information, and these people get to use it. You had our previous speaker saying that at times the people call you when they know you. They know about you, they know where you live. But this comes about by sharing your personal information on these social media groups. A person can convince you, not because you're ignorant, but because the person tends to know you. They gain your trust. You end up sharing your information with them, and whatever they tell you, you'll have to do it. So you end up falling a victim of scam. So please avoid sharing your personal information. Do not accept offers from these unknown websites. At times, these offers are very exaggerated. Smartphones, money in big amounts, and in a way that once you go to receive this money, at times we tend to be desperate. Most of us, the youth, we are in need of money at times. So you tend to be desperate, and you go on checking on these links. And once you want to get this money, they tell you, please enter your account details so that you can get to know your location, or please enter your credit card number so that you can send you the money. You end up sharing very valuable information that can be used to take money off your accounts. Last but not least, I'd like to inform you that please be aware of insecure websites. At times, these websites tend to have information that tells you that this site is secure or insecure. The warnings tend to pop up, like on that slide, there is a sort of a padlock up there where there is a tick. That site can show you that it's secure, while below that one that has a sign of danger shows that that site is insecure. But also, this is not to trust fully, because there are professional hackers who know how to make their sites look legitimate and make you gain their trust. So just be cautious while using the internet. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Chikonde Abaka, working with Ginger College. Now, in every human involvement, it always includes money, which came, and with that came the e-payment methods, which includes PayPal, SendWave. There are so many in number, but some of them in between have already been compromised by scammers that use the methods that we have already spoken about. That is why we, the GICO team, created a demo known as QPay. It's simple, quick, and secure. QPay is a web app that enables users to make transactions short range using QR codes, and not forgetting the classic long range transactions, but cheaper. It also allows one to deposit or withdraw directly from your mobile money account, because we all know that everyone here must have a SIM card, Airtel, MTN, Leica. So this platform that we have created is a prototype to ensure that we can keep your money safe away from scammers. They can't take your money from your mobile money. They can't take your money from your account if it's served directly to the cloud. Now,
My name is Gingy Timothy. I'm from Ginger College. I am in Senior 4 right now. So now we're presenting our kind of product called QPay. It's supposed to prevent scams because it's trying to be simpler in order to access every type of consumer independent of their condition or their situation. So we're thinking, like, on the internet, people transact, they make transactions, and sometimes transactions can be mistaken because of interfaces which are complicated, advertisements, and also the general complicatedness that can make someone panic, and then they end up making mistakes. Thus they lose their money, thus they lose trust in the platform. So that's what QPay is. QPay has a simple interface which makes it easier for anybody to use. It makes it so simple because it just has the basic actions and nothing else, nothing extra, not extra graphics and animations that will make someone be confused of what they're doing. It also contains no ads, completely ad-free. It's extremely cheap and time-saving because it uses QR codes. Let's say you're at a supermarket, you want to check out. You don't have to check your pockets for money. You just need to scan a QR code, type in your PIN, and then you end there. It's also very cheap because we're thinking that QPay should take off only 1% of every transactions, nothing more, no deposit fees and no withdrawal fees. So now we'll see the interface of QPay. Now this is the interface of QPay. It's simple as I said. Press for your history. You have 4 buttons. Those are all you need to do. You can log out up there. You have contacts in order to simplify the transfers so that you never make a mistake while typing in a phone number. Shows your balance up there, and then your name there, just to add a bit of politeness and friendliness in the application. Now, this is our platform. Be smart, be safe from the threats of snot. Have a good day.
Thank you so much for that wonderful presentation from Ginger College. We shall have communication from the operators to respond to the various challenges that have been raised by all the presentation. And on behalf of the Telecom services, we shall have Airtel Uganda. Then after Airtel Uganda, we shall have MultiChoice to also speak on behalf of pay TVs. Airtel Uganda.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Linda Nabainda Were, and I'm representing all the telecom companies here, though I work in Airtel Uganda. The crew at the back, kindly put our presentation up. Here we go. The Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga, the Executive Director of UCC. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be brief We'll show you trends of our journey as telecom operators in Uganda. And then at the end, we'll have a call to action for all of us as consumers of the telecom service industry and what we have to offer. We'll move pretty fast, whoever is moving the slides. So just to give you an overview, on average, we have about, if we're 100 people in this room, we'll take it that 77% or 77 people have mobile phones or SIM cards out of 100 people. And to date, there are 33.2 million subscribers. You can clearly see the growth in the last 3 months, from 27, 30 to 33. And we must give ourselves an accolade for joining the modern world. We move? Kindly move pretty fast, whoever is moving the slides. Some of our notable achievements as the telecommunications sector: provision of customer-centric products and services. You'll see a number of flyers on your desks or where you're seated. Continuous reduction in the retail prices. You'll agree the cost of accessing your voice and data packages has significantly dropped. Continuous improvement in the quality of service with support from our regulator. Increased customer education in different fora, and strange and very, very heavy commitment to corporate social responsibility. We'll have a different slide showing you in detail what the telecom sector is giving back to the community. Increase in employment for Uganda's workforce. We'll also show you that in detail. Continuous improvement in consumer protection. Just by being here to show you what we do and being accountable to you is one of those. And a significant economic contribution. You'll be seeing the numbers in the subsequent slides. So, to continue with our customer-centric products and services, we've tailored affordable products and services to meet different demands. If you want a daily service, if you want weekly or monthly, all that is affordable depending on which category or what service you want. Due to public outcry and listening to our consumers, we now have the no validity bundles. That should come with a big hand clap. So no more bundles that expire. Focus on quality of products sold to our customers to ensure you're getting value for money, and increased shop print. As we're coming here, we saw very beautiful shops from the different telecom service providers. Previously, most of the shops were in the big towns, Kampala, Gulu, Mbale, but now as far as Kamuli, as far as the islands, we have shops there. For those of us, the 77 out of the 100 that have the SIM cards, you'll notice the unit cost has significantly dropped for both voice and data. We've now launched the eSIM, meaning you don't need to have a physical SIM card with you to transact. And that is, first go back to that slide, briefly. Now you're moving faster than me. Okay. So we have the eSIM available, and this was also an outcry from the consumers. eSIM comes with lots of advantages. No more losing your SIM, look for a police letter. We're now moving far ahead. Those are some of the things. And soon we are launching 5G, which is way more advanced and comes with more advantages than 2G, 3G, and 4G. Now you can move. All right. We've talked about the upgrade. We need to move with the changing world. 2G was for those small phones, the small button phones. Then we moved to 3G for data services. Then we moved to 4G. Those with smartphones, you can confirm. And now we are bringing 5G. This is to improve our data experience. Those on 4G can testify that speeds on 4G are faster than those people still on 3G. We've invested heavily in our network, and on the next slide we'll show you we have over 4,800 masts or towers. Right, you can just move ahead. Meaning there is clear signal and network across. The gentleman from the fishing industry, you can testify, even as you fish on the waters, you have clear network, thanks to the telecom service providers. Now this also shows you the people who are able to access smartphones. There is a rapid increase of smartphone users. In the last quarter, our smartphone users grew by 770,000. And in total, we have 34 million terminals. I won't go to techie because we are in different categories, but just so you know, the smartphones are the way to go for us to enjoy the benefits of being in the digital space. Now, what's our role as telecommunication service providers? To educate our customers. We've brought this technology, but not all of us know how to use it. We have the money to buy the phones, but not all of us know how to use the phones. What have we done? We've sensitized people on how to use the phones and the benefits in there. We've made sure that we're available on social media as a touch point for customers to contact us and for us to share additional information. We have call centers where you can call for free. It's one sector that's regulated by UCC where you can contact us for free to have your query, complaint, or issue resolved. And then we are easily accessible. We have combined over 200 service centers across the country. And then we also continuously educate you on your mobile money PIN usage. What have we done? You've given to us as investors, but we've also given back to the communities where we operate. We have a number of marathons, a number of runs, a number of free offers we've given to internet, in public libraries, in other areas as the telecommunication industry. What have we done to the communities? We've trained, we've skilled people. Quite a number of people are earning a living by either being mobile money agents, by being vendors, by being airtime distributors. The engineers studying are sure they'll get jobs to work on the towers, the internet stuff, and so much more. That deserves a massive hand clap. We can move. A massive hand clap. Oh, yes. All right. Now, this is what I know most of you have been waiting for. Last year, one of our telecommunication companies listed on the Uganda Securities Exchange. Everyone would want a share of something big. This year, Airtel is also going to list. So we'll have 2 telecommunication companies listing on the Uganda Securities Exchange. What's in it for you? You can be a part shareholder in these big companies. And soon others are also going to list. So before the end of this year, Airtel will list. With MTN, you can still also buy shares. So this is us giving back to the communities where we do our work. With regard to the economic contribution to this country, Madam Honorable, if we look at the trends, in the year 2021, revenues, total revenues from the telecommunication sector was 4 trillion. Year 2022, that was 4.2 trillion, a good jump. But look at what the telecommunications are investing in this country, from 776 billion to 1.1 trillion. This money, in one way or another, like I've shared, comes back to us in employment and in giving back. And what we give as tax and the taxes help run the different government programs. In 2021, 1.57 trillion, and in 2022, that was a tough year, 1.49 trillion. That is money that goes back to run government programs that benefit all of us. If we look at the mobile money sector, you will agree that previously you'd walk miles to find a mobile money agent. But right now, if I walk to the street, I'll be able to find at least more than 5. Okay? So, in as much as the telecommunication companies may be competitors, we are colleagues. We work together for the benefit of this company, and competition is healthy. It's good for the consumers. Agreed? Exactly. In terms of price, in terms of upping our quality, it is very good. Okay? So the industry contribution to the Rural Communication Development Fund, it's 2% of gross annual revenue. This is what we give back to the rural communities. That is very good. Okay. Now, over years, this will move very fast. This is how we've transformed from coming from scratch cards. The students may not recognize this, but previously to load airtime, you needed to buy a paper with a long 13-digit code for you to get airtime. But right now, you can just purchase your airtime using mobile money, and this is all environmentally friendly. Same with data. So we can move to across. So this is our journey of transition. Okay, you can purchase airtime using mobile money. You don't need any scratch card, at your convenience in your house, even if you're outside of this country. So that's our journey in ways of developing digitally and also protecting our environment. The next slide. So this is something that is pertinent to all of us. The students from Ginger College presented about digital safety for all. I hope we remember what we're doing. We have a very supportive environment with our regulator in terms of protecting the consumers from digital fraud, cyber security. So we've incorporated all the guidelines and suggestions from the experts to ensure that our customers are safe, but also the onus is on us, the users, to be more alert. We cannot do everything. The government cannot do everything. Having forums like this that are also broadcast on televisions is for us to know more. Ignorance is not a defense. So more sensitization about fake promotions, fake websites. Thank you to our students. I'll share more tips at the end on how you can prevent yourself from being a victim. All right? So, of course, with our regulator, we monitor what's coming on the internet. We are collaborating with government security agencies in case you've lost your money. We work closely together to see how we can support. But in addition, we have data protection regulations that we adhere to ensure that the information you give us is not given to other unauthorized people. Okay? So what we've done, fraud awareness, you can raise your hand if you've received a message telling you do not share your mobile money PIN with anybody. Have you? So why are we sharing? Do not share your PIN with anybody. Do not share OTP, that message that comes when you're transacting from the bank, with anybody. Anybody means even if I tell you right now, you give it to me, do not give it to me. All right? When you report that your number has been stolen, what do? We block it immediately. Then we'll ask the questions later. Those are the steps we are taking. SIM swaps, because we realized historically there were issues of fraud with SIM swaps. Now, not anybody can do a SIM swap. You have to be registered with us to be able to carry out a SIM swap. And you have to come with your ID. I know sometimes people say, you're so strict, I have no ID, but this is to protect all of us. So do not be conned. Tom Fera. You've had that campaign? Tom Fera. Okay, we can move. Do not be defrauded. Immediately report a loss of your phone, even if you're out of the country. Do not stop until you can prove it's been blocked. Call us on 100. It is free of charge until we've blocked your SIM card. Okay? Anyone who claims I'm from UCC, I'm from NIRA, give me your NIN, report. Do not use codes you do not know. Even if someone tells you dial star, do not. Unless it's an official code from any of the registered telecom operators. Okay? Do not share your PIN. I will repeat, do not share your PIN with anybody, even if you're married. Okay? Okay? All these are do nots. Do not ask a stranger for support on your phone. Do not purchase airtime at a cost. It is free of charge. Even depositing money on your own phone is